Who that? It's your boy D-Pack coming back with another video. Guess what, y'all? It's 2020. We're in a whole new decade. So guess what? That means a whole new set of videos coming y'all way. This channel, we're going to be moving forward talking about things that I love, movies. So we're going to be doing reviews and viewpoints. So today's video, we're going to be talking about Star Wars, The Rise of the Skywalker. We're going to be going through opinions. I got my son right here next to me. We're going to talk it up and figure out if we like this movie or not. We'll be back.
Instinct. A feeling. The Force brought us together. We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them.
People keep telling me they know me. No one does.
I do.
Long have I waited, and now you're coming together. Is your undoing.
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir, at my friends.
Confronting fear is the destiny of the Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you.
Always.
Back, let's jump right into the review. So we're going to be talking about 3 pieces of this movie. We're going to give opinions, how we feel about it, and at the end of the movie we're going to give it an overall rating, see what we feel about it, 1 through 10. So let's jump into the first topic, character overview.
So this one is going to be the characters in the movies. Did the actors play the characters well? I actually have a thing about the characters. I think this movie actually does have a problem with characters. I'll explain it after you give your opinion.
So you think it has a problem with characters? Why do you think? What's the matter with the characters?
So, not really the characters that are in this movie, but I feel like if they're going to introduce a character, they should at least do something with the character.
Like, okay, so what character didn't they not introduce?
I don't know the actress's name, but the girl who played Rose, who had like some type of relationship with Finn.
Oh,
in
okay.
The Last Jedi.
With the.
She, okay, I don't want to sound weird, but the little Chinese, the one that looked kind of like Chinese, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Her.
Okay.
A lot of she was kind of a big deal in The Last Jedi, and then in this movie, she was only in like a few seconds of it.
Yeah, that is very true.
She didn't do that
That's
much.
very true. I would say that too. I really wish they would have got a little bit more into the character with what's the one guy who flies the ship?
Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron?
Is that the one?
the main guy.
The main guy who flies the ship?
Yeah.
Poe Dameron, yeah.
Yeah. I wish they would have talked more about the lady who he met when he went to the planet.
Yeah.
Who couldn't take her mask off. Who was she about?
Zori Bliss was her name.
I see they said she couldn't take her mask off.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was kind of weird too.
Another thing with another character is Finn. Now Finn's a little bit interesting because in The Force Awakens, he was a stormtrooper who escaped from being a stormtrooper, and then he was, you know, supposed to be this good guy who was helping all the other good guys. And I feel like if they're gonna do that, they should do that should have set up something a little bit more bigger, because that was I think it was cool for them to have that idea, but if they just didn't do anything with it, then it was kind of pointless to just have him, you know, switch.
Well, and also too, I mean, he seemed like he had a little bit of the Force in him as well, so I would like them to kind of talk a little bit more about the Force and how he played that, because I mean, a lot of the feelings that he said he had, I mean, those are Force feelings. So was he some way tied to the Force in some kind of way?
They did mention after the movie that in that part when they were sinking, he was gonna tell Rey something, and they didn't say it in the movie. But after I think a few days after the movie came out, the director did say that he meant to tell Rey that he was Force sensitive.
Ah, okay. I mean, that makes sense. That does make sense. That do make sense. Another part in regards to the characters that this might be a little controversial. So, the Emperor. The Emperor. I don't really care for the fact that they reintroduce him back into the movie after he's supposed to be dead from Return of the Jedi.
I heard that if George Lucas was still making these movies, if it was up to him, he would have never brought back the Emperor.
I wouldn't have brought him back.
Yeah.
They could have kept Snook. They could have kept him from the second one and brought him back in the third one as something powerful.
But then again, it did kind of make sense that he was like a puppet. Like, he was controlled by the Emperor. So to bring him back would have been like, well, it's just fake.
Well, they could have not even killed him off in the second one, or even introduced him in the second one.
Oh, yeah.
They could have just left him out of the second one altogether, and then put him in the third one as like the powerful something that's following the dying wishes of the Emperor. That would have made more sense than incorporating the Emperor back into a movie where everybody thinks he's dead. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that makes sense.
So I would say for sure, character overview, kind of iffy, questionable.
I think the main characters though are okay.
Yeah, main character wise,
like Rey, Kylo Ren, Princess Leia, yeah. They're okay.
Yeah, they're okay. So I'll say character overview, in my opinion, so. Okay. Direction of the movie. What you think about the direction of the movie?
So direction of the movie, did the movie stick with what it was going for? I think it really did. I mean, a lot of people made it seem like it was all over the place and you would get confused of what was going to happen and stuff, but when I was sitting in the theater, I knew what was going on. I knew where it was going, so I don't think it was a bad problem for me.
I think it could have been a little bit better. I mean, direction of the movie, it's almost like you hung me off of a cliff for 2 movies and then say the Emperor is Rey's granddad, and then you push me off. Like, I'm falling off like, what happened? So I mean, I didn't really like that aspect of it. It didn't really make sense, but I mean, you had to go somewhere with who she is as a character, because the first 2 films, it didn't feel like it was going anywhere with her as a character. So they had to do something. They had to do something for her, because she seemed like she was just coming from nowhere, and she has Jedi powers, but there's no Jedis that exist unless, you know, there's children out there from Jedis that nobody knew about. So they had to figure out a way to tie that into the story, and I get what they did. It makes sense. Wish they would have did it a little bit different, but hey, what can you say?
Yeah, I do kind of wish. I think we should have known more about her towards the end of the first film, The Force Awakens, than finding out, 2 movies later, and then it's the end. We still don't even know like what happens after that.
Right. Then the last and the most critical question.
This is gonna be kind of hard for me.
This overall opinion about this movie.
I don't know because I think the third film, the Revenge of the Sith, I think is the best one in my opinion. To me, that's just the best one. I love how it's put together and stuff. And I think I feel like this movie's not like any other Star Wars movie. I mean, yeah, it's a Star Wars movie, but I feel like the way they did it is not, Star Wars like. The plot is very common. I mean, there's a lot of movies with that type of plot. So, I think I'll give this movie, I say an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yes.
Man, oh man. Okay, so for me, my opinion about this movie, by far not my favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Is it needed? Yes, it is needed because it clears up a lot of questions and answers and things like that. So we can't just do away with the movie. The movie is absolutely needed. Favorite Star Wars movie like yours, or Revenge of the Sith? That's my favorite Star Wars movie. This one, if I had to just really put it all together, for me, I would give this one probably a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Attack of the Clones was better. Return of the Jedi was better.
Yeah, I think
Empire Strikes Back was better. Revenge of the Sith was better. I would say the original Star Wars wasn't better, but I think I would watch that again first before I would watch this one. So for me, I give this movie a big 5 out of 10, only because I feel like it could have been done a little bit different, maybe even a little bit better, but it is still needed in the world of Star Wars. So
yeah,
give it a 5 out of 10.
I don't think any movie really in the Star Wars saga right now shouldn't be there. I feel like every movie is important.
I had a bonus question.
What?
Is this better than Rogue One?
To me, yes.
To you, better than Rogue One?
Yeah, the spin-offs, all the spin-offs, I'm not a huge fan of the spin-offs. The reason
I actually like Rogue One though.
Rogue One to me is the best spin-off, but I don't even really like none of the spin-offs that much because I don't know, I feel like if it has the title Star Wars in it, I know I shouldn't, but something about me expects it to be similar to like the actual Star Wars movies.
So did you like The Mandalorian? Did you ever watch that when you had Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Did you like it? I never seen it.
It was okay. There was some parts that I thought were kind of cool. I think the action in it was cool, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will agree to this, but Baby Yoda was nice.
See, I need to watch The Mandalorian, then I can have an opinion about that, but right now I don't have one yet.
Yeah.
But alright, y'all, so this is our opinion of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. I think, if I had to give this movie an overall, I would say I would give it probably a 5, right in the middle. It isn't the worst, it isn't the best, but I wouldn't by any means tell anybody not to go see it. It's absolutely needed to go see it if you're a fan of Star Wars. So go check it out. Go to the movies. Again, this is our opinion about it. Let us know what you think. Leave some comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Again, give it a big thumbs up. And
peace.
Peace.